What's up, guys and gals? Sanitary here. Thank you for watching another video. So I ran across a video today, and it was uploaded about a week ago from, you may have heard of him, Scott Herman. He's a pretty famous YouTuber. At the timing of this video, he has, I think, above 700,000 views. But anyway, he chimed in on a topic, and I wanted to give you my opinion, and also want to get you guys and gals' opinion on the subject matter, and that is some high schools selectively banning pre-workout supplements. I have a visual. This is a Mr. Hyde pre-workout that I take from time to time, banning pre-workout supplements in high schools altogether, as well as creatine. This is creatine monohydrate, but any form of creatine, and some high schools are banning it. And Scott was pretty upset with it because he believes that because of the lack of education, a lot of people in the high school administration are scared, and they basically, because they're misinformed, they're banning things that shouldn't be banned. So with that being said, before I give you my opinion, just to give a really brief breakdown of creatine, this video isn't about talking about all the benefits of creatine. If you want to see that video and you're curious about creatine, I did a video entitled Everything to Know About Creatine or something. I'll put that in the description box. Be sure to check it out. But anyway, with creatine, it's basically an amino acid that's actually produced and found naturally in your body through your kidneys, your pancreas, and your liver, if I'm not mistaken. It's found naturally in your body. And with creatine, it's good for giving you a lot more energy, but more specifically for short bursts of energy, often with weight training, which is one of the primary reasons why a lot of weightlifters use creatine. I currently do take creatine. Football players also take it. It's pretty popular because, let's say you're a linebacker and you need that explosiveness to get to the quarterback or whoever, the running back. It also puts more water into your muscles, and basically in a nutshell, it just gives you a better, stronger athletic performance. And creatine is one of the supplements that has been studied numerous years, and if taken properly, which is typically about 5 grams a day, if taken properly and you drink a lot of water, you're usually gonna, for the most part, gonna be okay. And if you're a newbie to pre-workout supplements, the majority of them just have some caffeine. A lot of them have beta-alanine, arginine, some citrulline, some even have some BCAAs. It basically just gives you a little bit more of an extra energy boost when you work out. So let's start off with creatine, the banning of creatine. Now, as far as I'm concerned, and correct me if I'm wrong, but based on my research, creatine is not even banned in the NCAAs. Now, I think a coach cannot directly buy you some creatine for Christmas, let's say, and hand it to you. I believe that's the rule, but it's not banned. They don't even test for it because it's naturally occurring in your body, like I mentioned. And even on the Olympic level, I don't think creatine is even banned as well, because creatine is not a steroid, okay? It doesn't increase your testosterone. It's not a testosterone booster. It just puts more water in your muscles. It generates more ATP, thus giving you more of that explosiveness, and it basically caters and helps facilitate your fast twitch muscle fibers. So in that regards, I believe they're completely overreacting to creatine. And like I said, because creatine is safe if taken properly, I believe they're barking up the wrong tree. They're misinformed. They just don't want to get their hands sticky, so to speak. Now, I can kind of see where they're coming from, the administration at these certain high schools. It's easier just to err on the side of caution and proceed with caution rather than allow people to take it at their own discretion. That's where they're coming from. So I do see their point, but at the same time, I think that when you're over-regulating things and not using this right here, which is common sense, that's where it becomes a problem. The second big fundamental problem I have with all these rules is that how are you going to regulate it? They're not going to regulate it. They're not going to, I don't even know if you could even test for it. And even if you did, it'd be a complete waste of time. So they can't even test for it. You can't even regulate it. So what is the point of even having these dumb rules? If a 16-year-old kid wants to take creatine responsibly and you ban it, they're gonna probably find a way one way or another. So with creatine, I believe they're completely just out of line in general. And as far as pre-workout supplements goes, as far as banning those altogether, I'm gonna soften my stance a little bit on it, but I do believe they're kind of overdoing it. It's a little bit overkill with regulating pre-workouts, but I will soften my stance just a little bit, only because a lot of pre-workout supplements, if you look at the ingredients, it says proprietary blend, and proprietary blend basically means there's some ingredients, but it doesn't tell you how much is actually in it. Now, for the most part, you know, like pre-workouts, they will list how much caffeine is in each scoop. However, a lot of the other ingredients, like I mentioned, your beta-alanine, your arginine, nitrous oxide, stuff like that, creatine, they're not going to tell you exactly how much, and usually they're going to probably put less in it because they don't want to spend money. So in that regards, you probably don't have to worry about them putting too much creatine in a standard pre-workout. A pre-workout, they usually put about 1 gram anyway. However, one of the risks of pre-workouts, and this has happened in the past, I don't know if you remember the pre-workout called Craze, that got banned because one of the producers or the inventor of it, he's had a little bit of a checkered past, and they basically, or they can dust it with some stuff that you wouldn't even know, and some people were saying methamphetamines. So in that regards, I kind of softened my stance a little bit with respect to them trying to ban pre-workouts. But once again, like I mentioned with the creatine, the problem is, how are you going to enforce it? And where do you draw the line? Okay, you can't enforce it. You can't really test for the pre-workout. You can't test for the creatine. And if you start banning this, what's next? Are you going to start banning people from taking energy drinks? I mean, what exactly is worse? Somebody taking responsibly half a scoop of pre-workout when they're feeling really, really tired, getting a good workout. Is that more irresponsible than some kid, you know, taking 3 or 4 energy drinks to try to stay awake, or they're just really caffeine dependent and they're all wired up? I don't see them regulating these people. Correct me if I'm wrong, I haven't been in high school in a while. Maybe some schools are regulating that, but once again, it doesn't take that much to try to beat the system. Kids are smarter than you think. They could just get that Rockstar or whatever, the Red Bull. I don't really drink energy drinks at all. They can pour it in a different container, in a soda can. You wouldn't even know. So that's my 2 cents on this subject. But one last thing I wanted to chime in on is that Scott Herman, with his video, he mentioned that if you're going to take away, you know, all these supplements, the creatine and the pre-workouts, this may lead to some of these kids turning to steroids, which is extremely, extremely harmful, especially if you're not educated. But in general, I'm just not for steroid use. That's just my personal opinion. But anyway, Scott was saying how you're going to take these supplements away, it's going to lead these kids to want to turn to steroids. Now, I'm not saying he's wrong. I can see where he's coming from, but I'm not going to take it that far because every individual kid is different. Some kids may turn to steroids if you start to ban these supplements, but I don't think that is as much of a concern, because with my point is that they can't really regulate it anyway, so kids are just probably going to just kind of be sneaky about it and try to beat the system. And if they try to beat the system, and they probably will, then they'll probably have no use taking the steroid route. So that's it. I want to know you guys and gals' opinion on this matter. And some of my subscribers, a very small percentage though, are in high school. If you are an athlete, or even not even an athlete, and you know someone that takes supplements, and or you can speak from personal experience, definitely let me know. I want to know you guys and gals' opinion. Do you think it's overboard that some high schools are selectively trying to ban these products, especially when they're pretty much safe for the most part if the research is done properly? Let me know in the comment section. Thanks again for watching this video. Definitely would love to hear your thoughts. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. I think at times I was actually under eating. Now, most people have the problem of overeating, and this might seem a little bit foreign, and